violated tradition. Being a good daughter, I respected his convictions. But that all changed when he took ill. That's a good place to stop for now. When you're further along on your journey, I'll share the next part of my story.
You've been busy.
Shield Maiden.
Excellent. Perseverance is your ally, General. Back to my story.
I will hear.
So, there I was, Little Miss Brawl Magnet. If I wasn't starting the fight, I was the first one charging in to join it. Maybe it's something in the Asgard water, but seemed like there was always a fight to be had. I guess I needed the rush, something to keep me sharp, feeling alive. I was driven, without fear or frankly much sense, to hold me back. Got myself a bit of a reputation, and that ended up being a problem. This notorious bully I'd humiliated held on to a grudge and tried to track me down. Found out way too easily who I was and where I lived. Set out to teach me a lesson. We'll pick it up there when you progress further.
If Valhalla is offering some help, I'd take it.
Don't let Valhalla's chosen opponents get into your head, or else you'll fall to them again.
Sigrun, how fare you and your sisters?
With just the three of us to attend to the fallen now, we're short-handed. But we've begun recruiting new shield maidens.
Well, I happen to know of one lass who'd jump at the chance to join your ranks.
You mean Thrud? Sif and Thor's daughter? Believe me, I know. She sought us out before the call even left our lips.
She fights well, and can be trusted.
A recommendation from you, General. With that, how could we ignore her? Not that she'd let us.
as I was saying about my old master and his lofty so-called romantic ideals, we'd settled in a forest outside of Athens, a place well situated to observing the comings and goings of the Duke's other guests. There we observe the romantic complications of some local use, and Oberon gets it into his head to intervene. Bids me fetch him a magical flower that can manipulate the affections of others. Supposedly, the idea was to nobly help true love prevail over the pressure of family arrangements. But what he really wanted was to use the flower to torment his own wife.
I see why you left his service.
Aye. Behind you! Look out! Another raider! To the left! That'll do it, brother! Brother, while I'd love to say I left Oberon's service as a matter of principle, the truth is, it was much more a question of pride. If he'd simply shown me more appreciation, who knows how long I might have tolerated his evils. I certainly tolerated plenty from my subsequent employers before I could take no more. If I'm being honest, I was only too happy to offer my complicity in Queen Titania's humiliation.
What did you do?
I caused her to fall in love with something preposterous. An actor. Left flank!
Your old master. He had you make his wife fall in love with another.
Aye, temporarily by use of this magic flower. Though now it's clear to me the flower's effect isn't love exactly, but a kind of obsessive devotion that is too often mistaken for love. So of course the Queen made a fool of herself, as did all those under the flower's spell that night. Don't know how I ever got embroiled in such a farce.
You are wiser now.
I think so. Though that only makes up for so much past stupidity. Always nice when a curse becomes a blessing. There's the one Valhalla's marked! Bifrost on your left! Shield strike, now! That's the one you needed! Now then, the path should be unlocked. Let's make our way up. A little edge for this attempt, perhaps. Shield strike, brother! Left side, incoming! Watch your right! Use a shield strike, brother! Watch your right! Kratos, about this boat captain. If you needed his key to save others, why does it seem to bother you so? Your actions in this case seem justified.
The captain was swallowed by the Hydra before I was able to kill it. When I entered its maw to retrieve the key, the captain had somehow survived, dangling over a fall that would surely kill him.
Sorry, brother, but maybe we reserve our talks for safe spaces. Left side, brother!
Guess you're not done with me yet, Kratos. Sever the link already!
Oh!
From behind, incoming! Well, why ever Valhalla wanted them dead, dead you've made them. Incoming dive! Left flank! Maximum challenge, maximum reward. Still a monster, I see. Don't let him club us! Behind you, dummy! Great job not hurrying. You do like your fight's tougher after all. Right flank! Behind you, idiot! If you could kindly not get frozen! There's the one you have to get. Right side, incoming! Behind you! Left flank! Come back to the start and ascend, or whatever it is.
Brother.
Welcome, Kratos. Honor me with another sparring match. I brought something else to keep things interesting. You're not the only one with weapons from far-off lands, you know. Ready? The valor to go the distance, I hope. Don't get distracted. Yes, well done. Blood for blood, Druiga.
Look out! Blood on!
Be ready. Don't get distracted. Those those who have fallen, carry me!
Brother, destroy them before they reach here!
Why did you do it, Kratos? Why did you pledge yourself to Ares?
I was ambitious. Proud. I could not accept defeat. I crave power.
Is that all? Are you sure? Nothing more to that story? Nothing else under the surface?
Behind you! It's coming!
Blood for blood, brewing on! Don't get distracted. There's the fire. Good, Kratos. Don't get distracted. Arms up! Deftly done, Kratos. Blood for blood, brewing on.
Blood orc, here they come! Behind you! Look out!
I yield, Kratos.
Very well.
I believe you found an understanding within yourself. Shall we see?
wounds. It's not only memories.
Indeed. For what is a memory apart from our perspective on it? You know the evils that came of your path. You know the evils within yourself. Yes, these you dwell on. But it's not that simple, is it?
The Horde is vast, brother. What would have happened if you didn't stop it?
Our lands would have been overrun. Our people killed, violated.
People your army was sworn to protect. An army led by you. Did you not feel a duty to fulfill your purpose? Did you not fear for the safety of your homeland? You saved them.
You would excuse my actions.
Excusing them is not the exercise, Kratos. Only accepting them. Accepting that you acted based on what you knew then, not on what was to come. Your motivation and their consequences are far more complicated than you let yourself believe. I think perhaps you have more to process.
Yes. I have much to think about. I will return.
And I will be waiting.
You sent the invitation in the first place?
Yes. And look, I think Kratos may have survived that time.
So it's Tyr's game you're playing? This is all his idea?
A game is not his purpose. There is something here I must see through.
And what is that exactly?
Process.
All right. If it's helping, I trust you both.
We all do. As we trust in Valhalla.
Even after what it did to you.
I knew the rules and chose to break them. I regret nothing.
Air.
This boon is yours. Do you feel adaptability sharpening your skills, amplifying your power? I'll tell you more of my story now, if you care to hear it.
You may speak.
If you remember, my father had fallen ill. It was bad. An illness unknown to us. I offered to fetch the mage healer from the city, but my father refused. He insisted herbs were the only way to help him. You can guess what happened next. He was gone before the spring. I was devastated. In time, I grew to hate my father's philosophy and dedicated myself to healing through magic. It was a blind rejection of an entire field, because I believed it failed my father, because I blamed his death on his faith. The truth is, I traded one limiting perspective for another, but I wasn't ready to see that yet. That's a good place to stop for now. The resilient warrior dances with change, easily adjusting to its rhythm.
Between you and me, there's nothing wrong with enjoying the fight.
Who wouldn't want to buy a slightly more hospitable environment? That'll be worth it. going back in, I take it this process is working for you somehow.
Yes. Succeed or fail, I feel progress. Clarity. I need to see it through.
Very good, brother. That'll do it, brother!
An infamous act. One they still spoke of in the years of rebuilding. I somehow doubted they meant it so literally.
I'll give you this, brother. Your technique has improved immeasurably.
I needed his power to secure my vengeance against the gods. I believed I had no choice.
No choice? You could have not ripped my head off my body. That was absolutely an option.
And he's back.
But that wasn't the worst of it, was it, Kratos? Killing me deprived Greece of the sun. They were plunged into perpetual cold and darkness. Crops ceased to grow. Famine descended on our homeland. Not that you cared.
Enough.
He is bitter, isn't he?
Kratos, I'm curious. Your decision to behead Helios, was it fueled by any personal motivations? Or was it really just a means to an end?
It was not personal. I did know him long before I killed him. He was as insufferable as any god. But his death brought me no satisfaction.
You know what would happen as a result.
When Helios was captured by the god of dreams, the lands fell into darkness and were not restored until his return. I knew exactly what would happen.
Incoming! Above you!
Kratos, I hope you'll forgive me for overhearing. But before you first found your way to me, you were grappling with the symbolism of your former seat of power. May I offer a perspective?
You may.
Before I became God of War, I felt as hesitant as you did. I feared that taking the throne would only validate Odin's power hierarchy, which even then I didn't trust. But I decided I could wield a better influence on the inside than on the outside. There are many ways to lead, but not all of them involve ruling. The throne and the office are only what you bring to them.
Harriet's attack!
Tyr, earlier you spoke to me as though I seek to lead. As if I were someone to be followed.
Your self-criticisms, valid and otherwise, seem well reflected here in Valhalla. It's no accident that your mind manifested that throne. It's more than a symbol. It's a challenge to revisit your assumptions. Mimir is right. You have the power, and I think the wisdom, to redefine what it means to you. To assert that power is to prove to yourself that the chair doesn't change you, doesn't make you a new person. Not if you know who you are and why you serve.
Watch your right! I believe your target's on the battlefield there. Einherjar, left flank! Left side, brother! On your left! Right flank! Watch out! Ha! I knew you'd get that one. Good. The route to the higher area ought to be open now. A little boost this time around, maybe. Oh, this is going to I hate that drumming! Oh, fucking a son of Thor on your memory of all things.
I'm back to brighten your day. And lest we forget, Kratos, lest we neglect to place your deed in full and proper context, I saved your life. Me! And you literally tore off my head for my troubles. Imagine if all your new friends knew how you used to treat your old friends. Of course, you're not the same man, right? Now, you only get your friends killed through lack of foresight. Far easier to blame others that way, am I right?
I know you are a projection of the mind. But for what it is worth, the death I gave you was unjust.
Oh.
Enough talk.
A little something to remember me by. I truly hope it brings you unrelenting torment. Chills you just a little when they do that, doesn't it? Feels like judgment. Grapes! Oh, you've missed these slippery bastards, haven't you? Watch from underneath! You're enjoying this, aren't you? Incoming dive! Left flank! A Minotaur. Now we'll see who's half a man. It's charging at us.